All right, guys. So this video today, I'm doing something a little different. It's going to be the runner chaser video and what's going on each side of the street there. Now, this was really interesting, really cool sync that happened this morning. So sometimes I pull these number cards to kind of line up which decks I want to use with what side of the fence, right? I wanted a certain deck for runner, a certain deck for chaser. But today the numbers came out and they added up to exactly the same, 18. But even cooler than that, it goes from 10-8 to 11-7, which is like a 30-day cycle. So I thought that that was quite significant, and 18 popped up quite a bit within the spread. So just an FYI on that. So let's go ahead and start with the runner energy over here. We've got the talisman in the present situation. So if you notice, this person is going off on their journey. They've got a long road ahead of them, though. It does break down to a 13, and they've got two 13s here, and then 13, 31 mirrored numbers there. So for all you numbers people like me keeping score at home. So the present situation is they're on the path, but they're not walking the path, right? So let's get some little insight on that. Receptivity. So before, they're not receptive to actually walking yet, but they are on track. Now, the cause of conflict and obstacles for them right now is what goes around comes around, number 4. So it's constantly swimming in their head, but they're not taking any action. And some of them might be dealing with some karma and stuff like that if they went down the wrong path, the wrong road. But it's a very much up in their head energy. And that follows through into the changes that need to be made to resolve this, and that's Dream Thief refusal of the call. So they're very resistant to this for whatever reason right now. They just don't understand it. There's the understanding card. Going with the flow. I think they think if they don't think about it enough, it'll go away. And what is this? Innocence. Part of them might just look at it as an innocent thing. It's something that happened and we're going to, let it go from there. But I feel more so that would have to be a going back to the beginning. And they're not ready to face that, especially the colors up there, how they match that Dream Thief refusal of the call. It's like, no, even if I do get this understanding, I'm not ready to face it yet. I need it to look like it did before, or I need it to be brand new. And that could be part of the problem as well, some of the hard part about that. Their strengths, though, are details, and follow the leader. And see how this follow the leader has that same path that they're on in the present situation. And there's a clock there for divine timing. So it's like once they figure out this detail, and it's highlighted with clarity here, they're going to get on that path and make it to the end. So that is what they have going for them, or what you have going for them, if that's how that follows. Now, what's going to actually be the missing detail to get them there? They've got to no longer hold back. Golly, the 4s are all over the place on the runner side. And traveling, be willing to take those steps. And it's almost like there's a piece of information or one little detail that the universe is trying to show them in signs and syncs, and they are just ignoring it altogether. The other challenges for the runner right now is unlocking your mind and fishbowl. So if you notice, there's keys on the details card. There's a key on the talisman card, I believe. There's a key here. There's keys all over the place. That is the key, is what I'm hearing here. And this is 6 and this is 5, which adds up to an 11. But I feel more like something in May or June might have been significant. An event that happened. But it's like once this key's inserted, that light goes off. And I feel very much like it's right in front of their face with this fishbowl energy. They're staring right at it, It just hasn't made its head to the surface. Let's see what else they have to say about that. Totality. They need to see it, and that's 2 5s there. They have to change their way of looking at it. I think they're looking at it from, awareness. Yeah, we've covered that already. Intensity, new vision, and 2 of Swords, which is schizophrenia. They've got to unlock their mind. They've got to get their mind out of the way. In a way, I feel like some of them need to lock their mind and open up their heart a little more. But with new vision, they need to have a different awareness. They need a new awareness, a different perspective on it. But the cool thing is the final outcome is in the hand. The universe is your partner. So the universe is really finally dropping that flame into their hands. It reminds me very much of that Queen of Wands card in the Light Seer Tarot. Harmony. Success. Oh my gosh, guys. So that's like the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Wands here. And then comparison. I feel like that's more of a change. And not comparing the old to the new or the past to the future. That could be one of their keys. Why is comparison here? Because that is kind of strange. Sorrow. Whew, I feel that one in the heart space. I think that that is just the fear of approaching. They know how badly they hurt you by this. And their overall advice from Spirit here, or what Spirit wanted them to know, is forgive came out with offer and fear. They're hesitant and wondering if you're going to forgive them, especially if a lot of time has passed. And since they don't want to go to that 9 of sorrow spot and feel that all the time and feel guilty of it, they're still trying to get back to that innocence, get out of their mind over there. They've been focusing on themselves with big goals, self-care with Nourish, but the mirroring energy just won't go away. So that was a really nice way to add up for the runner here. Anything else to add for the runner side? And then we're going to go over to the chaser. Depending on how long this takes, guys, I really want to do some message cards too, so I think I'm going to do that. There's the moon. Lots of 5D communication. And see, here's the divine sirens. Pay attention, be aware, and something fell on the floor here. Let's see. Tribe, finding your home, bonding, soul tribe. They're really trying to bring their soul tribe together, which is different than this fishbowl that they're living in right now, right? But the defense mechanisms keep getting in the way. So let's see what the odds are that they'll communicate. Will they reach out to this chaser before 11/7? 2 of Cups, guys. The World. Ooh, is that a 3 of Cups? 4 of Swords. The 5 of Swords. Okay. It's going to be loud in their ear. But there's a huge possibility for a lot of you. With the World, 3 of Cups, 4 of Swords, they want to heal this. I know that doesn't offer you very much solace right now. Well, depending on where you are on your journey. If you're brand new, then you're still in like the dark, dark spot. And that might not help you as much. But for those of you that have been on this for a while and in separation for a while, I hope that that offers you some comfort there. All right. So chaser energy. This is kind of funny. I kind of chuckled to myself here. First card out the gate, magical map shifter. Trying to manifest. And see this clock, I'm just now getting this message. She's trying to control divine timing, but not at the same sense. Like I'm manifesting, I'm letting things happen with the flow, but I feel like she's trying to manifest a specific, I say she because it's a girl on the card. She's trying to manifest a specific outcome or a specific person. And that's what's kind of holding it up. Because see, this girl, she's moving forward in her spirituality in all her progress, but it's like, oh, I just want this one thing. And they're trying to get her wide open to other things. And I think we're going to get there because that is in the strength position here. But the reason why I say that is the challenge card here, the cause of conflict, is the Master of Destiny. So she's definitely trying to find her, be the master of her own destiny, but we can't force action or other people's free will. So we can't tie ourselves to that specific outcome. Now, the changes needed to figure all this out was ancestral wisdom. So I think that that little fire, because see, this person's up here with the moon. The full moon might have offered a big release in this and being open to whatever is coming in for our highest good. But it's almost like they're trying to contact you, if you're the chaser here, because the strength is wide open, like really in a good place with her heart chakra. She'd done a lot of healing, etc., etc. Other challenges, ducks in a row and all aboard. So see, this ties in really well to this. And the reason I'm doing this a little different than that one is because it kind of does tell a more defined story than kind of theirs did in a way, right? So all aboard, another 7 card, 2 7s here. And see, there's this train starts like in this person's heart chakra, goes all the way around their head and goes like 2 tracks merge into one, going through their third eye chakra, right? With ducks in a row. And it's really trying to understand and contemplate your journey, or the chaser is thinking this. And I think every time they think they have it figured out, It changes, which it will, I promise. And that kind of gets in the way of what they are trying to manifest here. The outcome, though, and this is really awesome. 2 different cards showing truth and clarity. Confidence in your magic with the Magician's Sword and Eyes of the Eagle rising above the fray, which is the 18 card. And so literally, I mean, are there any better oracle cards with this for like truth and clarity? And so all of a sudden, this magical map is shifting the way that it should be. By the end of the month, there's going to be a lot of realizations and progress in that area. What about magical map shifter here? See the outsider. Somebody was left out alone. 525 or 552 might be significant. They could have been ghosted, but they just feel like they're on the outside looking in and left behind. Maybe looking in at this fishbowl and trying to manifest that. What about Master of Destiny here? Postponement. See? That's the 4 of Cups energy and ordinariness. She definitely, the chaser definitely wants to manifest what they had before with the runner, right? Nothing that's ordinary. However, they're not being open to whatever else the universe might be wanting to bring in the interim or permanently with postponement. Everything's gray except for what she can see in this picture. And she's tired of the ordinary. Trying to get that ultimate love, manifest that ultimate love, but it wasn't quite coming in because, you know, it couldn't be tied to the outcome. What ancestral wisdom is going to be opposed upon or imposed? Participation. So that's already 2 4s that you got there, and you've got a couple 5s. Experiencing, maturity, and rebirth. And look at all the fire that goes in with that fire card, that lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. It needed time to develop. It's like, it was definitely divine timing, but there was some wisdom and lessons that needed to be learned here. And participation in your own experience. Like there's a rebirth happening for the chaser, which I feel is only going to draw in the runner even more. Wide open, patience. That's another 7 card. In the dream. So have faith, patience, keep your heart wide open, be open to whatever comes in for your highest good. And then the burden, there's 2 6s here, and 4 + 2 = 6. It's kind of like, and this is the strength. So really it shouldn't be a burden, but maybe you felt like your heart was a burden before if you're this person and this story resonates. Because it can be if it gets broken enough. It can feel like it's a burden. It can feel like the love that you've lost that you had for somebody else is a burden. All right, what about ducks in a row? Turning in yet another 4 and another 7 projections. Clinging to the past, another 5, and comparison. So they both got comparison, the runner and the chaser. Nothing compares, and they keep clinging to the past, but no actions are taken. And it's all because this energetic shift needs to take place. With this projection, see how their energy, they're not even saying a word. They are looking at each other in the card, but it's like, it's coming together of that instead of going within. And that's just the missing piece. Once she releases the past, the attachment to outcome, energetically, that's going to just shift the whole game here. Magician's Sword and Eyes of the Eagle. There's the 7 of Swords politics, which is self-sabotage, suppression, going with the flow, and you also have the 2 of Swords. Everybody's all up in their head here. And then sharing. I think you're rising above this self-sabotage, chaser. I mean, seriously, 10s are endings. You're getting out of your head. You're not self-sabotaging. You're not suppressing your feelings. You're sharing your divinity in some way. Like your light is shining, and that's exactly what you need it to be, and going with the flow. By November 7th. Now, your overall information from Spirit here is lessons, unawakened, ego, and blessings, self-worth, and also appreciate, but I'll get to that in a second. I think in this time frame, you've learned to see the blessings from the situation, even though that person is not awakened. And really worked on the good side of your ego, like self-worth issues, and seeing, you know, the lesson and the blessing. Because ego was self-worth. I think it did a number on you when they left you behind. But now there's a newfound appreciation. There's almost a romantic viewpoint on it, or romance coming in. And then there is a Tower. So I do want to clarify that. What's this Tower entail? Now that can just be change and new opportunities. 6 of Wands. Ace of Cups. Is that the 6 of Cups? Shut up. All these sixes for the chaser here. It is injustice. You won't see this coming because it's going to be as soon as this energy shifts, which is going to be different for everybody because, you know, you got to do the work, and that's kind of what that means. But it's such an empowering feeling. Once you get to this spot, it's so empowering. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to drive you crazy. It's going to be a different type of ache when it comes back to haunt you, if that makes sense. All right, let's go ahead and get one of these Twin Flame Oracle cards. One for the runner and one for the chaser. And we'll call it a day. I think I might... Yeah, this has gone on. I'll do a whole other video for what they have to say. Stillness, number 24. And Past Lives, number 14. In that moment of silence, I hear the whispers and longing of your heart. I feel this vibrationally through waves of love. You are asked to seek stillness, to ground yourself in nature as answers await you. And my dog is whining. My dog never whines. Many souls have come our way through many lifetimes, each with a message or lesson to be learned. If someone comes to assist you, let your heart, not your head, guide you. It will give you clarity and purpose. So the universe might be sending in like an angel in disguise or something to kind of help trigger this runner coming back around. What about for the chaser over here? Whoa. Eyes of the Soul, number 46. Didn't you guys already get a 46? And 32, sunrises and sunsets. Okay. Eyes of the Soul. We have been through many lifetimes and have finally found each other. Everything is predestined for each soul's divine purpose. Take note of the many messages and signs that will come your way. Answers you seek can be found in these signs. So she's also getting that ancestral wisdom, or the chaser is over here. Sunrises and sunsets. It was here that you woke me up. I found you and my truth in the sunrises and sunsets of each day. The answers we often seek lie in front of us within the beauty of our heart and nature that unfolds within us. So she's getting it now. Or this magic map shifter. Male or female, y'all know how energy works. Well, thank you guys. I hope this was helpful. If so, please comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz. And I will be back soon. Love and light. Take care.